Hi guys, I'm Vesna and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I do all sorts of DIYs, thrift flips, furniture painting, Dollar Tree DIYs, basically anything kind of home decor related that I can make. I do it and I try to do it on a budget. So if that's the kind of stuff you like to see, make sure you stick around and give me a thumbs up. And if you really like what you see, maybe you could consider subscribing. Thanks. So I was really excited to make today's video. I'm making a wreath using all Dollar Tree items. I'm starting with 4 of these pumpkin, I think they're plates, that I just recently got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm painting them with the linen white from Rust-Oleum. And I will be doing 1 coat of this paint and then a coat of this soft warm white that I got, like acrylic paint. So I'm just going to be brushing that over top of these once they dry. While they're drying and before I can apply the second coat of paint, I'm going to wrap the leaf, not the leaf, the wreath parts in burlap. So again, these are from the Dollar Tree as well. And I wanted to use the foam ones instead of the other ones they had because I figured if I needed to poke something through for these, I could. So I'm going to be using this piece of burlap as well as another piece that I had used on a wreath for a previous project, but I didn't like the way it turned out. So, but they're both from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just wrapping it around. I've hot glued the first bit, like the first part of it, and then I'm going to hot glue the end, and I'm really wrapping it around tightly, and I'm just overlapping at the ends, just so you can't see the green, but I'm not like totally overlapping, so you don't have to waste a lot of burlap. It's pretty good coverage. You could paint the wreaths if you wanted to, like a lighter brown color, so that way it doesn't show through, but you can hardly see it. I mean, you can't even see anything once I've done, like when you overlap at the ends, so you can see that. So here you can see that this one is a little bit wrinkled, so I'm just going to be doing the same thing for all 4. Now this video is a part of a challenge. It's a challenge hosted every month by Domestic Diva, and this month's theme is fall. If you haven't checked out Sonia at Domestic Diva DIY, make sure you check her out. She's got an amazing channel. Lots of great DIYs, thrift flips, furniture flips, and all sorts of stuff like that. So make sure you check her out. She's got another 2 channels, her Domestic Diva Home and Domestic Diva Cooking. So make sure you check those out as well. And check out the playlist because I'm sure there's going to be some amazing fall DIYs. And we're still early enough into fall that it could inspire you to make your own. So once you complete those, your pumpkins should be dry and you can apply your second coat of white, whether you wanted to apply another coat of just the Rust-Oleum chocolate and white, or whether you wanted to do this, it's up to you. I wanted the pumpkin to have to look like those white, kind of creamy white pumpkins that you see at the store. So that's the look that I wanted for these, but I didn't want them to be all creamy white because it would have been too yellow, I think. So You can see I'm just using this sponge to do this, and it's not difficult at all, and it's not perfect. I'm just adding it to the creases and lightly spreading the paint. I will also be painting the stem of these pumpkins in the Art Minds Espresso chalk paint. It's the little can from Michael's, just to give it like a more realistic look. Now you don't have to use the chalk paint. You can use an acrylic paint if you have it on hand. It's whatever you have on hand. Now to assemble the wreath, I was thinking about using a skewer and just attaching them that way. Then I decided to use the glue, um, but it wasn't holding it the way I wanted it to hold, so I wound up using some jute rope and I tied them all together as well. So there's glue, there's jute rope, and that's how I had them stick together. Now, before you attach the pumpkins to the wreath, you want to, if you're going to write something, you want to write it on now. So I'm going to write the word fall, each letter on each pumpkin, and I decided not to use my Cricut for this, mostly because I thought I could do it freehand with a Sharpie. And because the pumpkin is a little bit bumpy, I was worried if I did a stencil, I wouldn't, like, it would leak. So I just did this freehand. I just did like bubble letters. I measured them to make sure that they were the same size. And I did them in pencil first just to make sure that, if I made a mistake, that I could erase it. And then I used a Sharpie just to go over top of the letters, and then I colored them in with the Sharpie one by one. And I think they turned out great. Now, to attach the pumpkins to the wreaths, I first just wanted to have a look to see how I wanted them attached. So I put them on and fidgeted around with them, and then I glued E6000 glue. Now, I did a combination of the E6000 and hot glue because I wanted that immediate hold right away, and I wasn't able to put anything heavy on top of these to make sure that the E6000 stuck properly. So this combination worked well. I've done it before where I haven't been able to get it to work, but it worked this time, so I'm really happy with it. So I added quite a bit of the glue, like both hot glue and the E6000. They're sticking really nicely, not falling off or anything like that, so it was a good combination. And so here's the finished wreath on my door. I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. I think it looks beautiful. It looks high-end. It is exactly the way I envisioned it to look. If you like the way it looks, make sure you hit that like button. Consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you can always see when I do new videos. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you check out Sonia's channel, check out the playlist, and check out these videos that I'm suggesting for you at the end. Thank you. Have an excellent day and stay safe.